Men put a coat on the sniper rifle, and then put a hat on the sniper rifle. Then the dummy is held up high. The purpose was to attract enemy fire and learn the exact location of the enemy. But his actions were already recognized by the enemy. The hat fell off before he could shake it a few times. The enemy across the street is a sharpshooter. The man had been trapped behind this wall for 5 days and 5 nights. At the same time, his knee was badly wounded. After another failed attempt to locate the enemy, he pulled out his pistol in desperation. But in the end, he didn't have the courage to pull the trigger. Just when he was desperate, suddenly God gave him a chance and a violent gust of wind blew around him. Then he struggled to use the gun to support his body. After slowly moving to the gap position, he saw his teammates who had already left for heaven. He was ready to take advantage of the dust cage to go out to retrieve his teammates' war supplies. Then Ike took a deep breath and immediately rushed out. But by then the enemy sniper had already seen him. He quickly went to his comrades and picked up the kid on the ground, and then he grabbed the radio. Then he started to withdraw with difficulty, but his leg was already badly wounded. The speed of movement was like a turtle walking. He took another deep breath and immediately retreated, and the sniper on the other side had him in his sights. Ike didn't get hit because of the dust interference, but the enemy sniper wasn't going to let him go, and kept firing at the wall. The wall, which was already loose, began to collapse from the bullets. Ike panicked and started to move. After moving to a safe position, he immediately poured out the remaining war supplies in his bag. He found half a bottle of mineral water left. He unscrewed the cap and poured it into his mouth. Then he picked up a bag of expired energy candy on the ground, but the food that had expired felt like a delicacy in his mouth. After a short break, he was ready to operate the radio he found to call for backup, but no matter how he tweaked the radio, it didn't send any frequency. Then he realized that the radio had been destroyed by a sniper. He was lying on the ground in despair. He was lying on the ground, desperate, when the intermittent sound of electricity came through his headset. Ike looked through the small gap at his teammate who had just been hit by the enemy and had fallen to the ground. He noticed that his teammates seemed to be alive.